Why Mozart's Requiem? Well, the main reason, the starting point, the foundational base of why this work needed to be made is because of the pandemic. December 2020, I lost a dear relative and was shortly after that appointed as artistic director at Phoenix. And part of my vision then was to do a work that honors all the people that have passed due to the pandemic. So it was part of what was in my spirit during that time. And I remember early conversation with Christine Chibnall and Richard Mantle at Opera North about a different commission for 2021. And I just blurted out, could we potentially consider a Mozart Requiem? And it was almost like it came out of me without me even thinking about it, because it was a premature proposal. I had no plan for how it would be conceived. But later on, towards the end of the year, after we had done Bernstein Symphonic Dances to West Side Story music, Christine came to me after the opening night and she said, I think we should do the Requiem, and I think you need to involve a South African response. So I have her to thank for believing in that initial proposal and to taking it to the next stage of development. Where we are now, at the Howard Opera Center at Opera North in Leeds, we've got the Jazzart Dance Theatre, we've got the Phoenix Dance Theatre, company members, we've got the Opera North Chorus, we've got great conductor in Gary Walker, we've got Umbelelo Ndabeni working alongside me, we've got Anna Marshall working alongside Umbelelo, and the spirit in the room, including the soloists, the 4 soloists who are going to be singing their featured parts. It's a wonderful atmosphere. When I think back to those first conversations I had with Christine about doing a Mozart Requiem, and to finally being here 2 years later, but with a brand new production that is going to be partnering with this Requiem, which is the After Tears work, composed by Neo Muyanga, which is wonderful for classical music. It's wonderful for aspiring composers, and for Muyanga and Mozart to be aligned next to each other is incredible. For dancers from South Africa to come to the UK for the first time, some of them have never left the country, to collaborate with dancers from the Phoenix Dance Theatre Company, it's an incredible international cross-cultural production. And it speaks to the initial desire to honor a global pandemic, to honor the people that have lost their lives, and to create a combined offering to our audiences to help us to make peace with that time and to help us to let go and to move forward together. In early conversations with Neo Muyanga, when we were talking about the After Tears score, we looked at the situation in South Africa, and we looked at the sense of loss of a dream, the sense of hope that have been lost, the sense of having to mourn all of the freedom fighters who have passed, all of the towering personalities who fought for freedom in the country, who developed a dream, the dream of a rainbow nation, people of different walks of life, different racial backgrounds, religious backgrounds, working together in a rainbow nation, striving for a better future. Almost 30 years later, that has not really materialized, and we have to make peace with the fact that that dream was that dream. We have to honor the people that created that dream, helped us to hope that we could work together as people across different nations, different races. And now we have to honor those people, we have to make a ritual ceremony of thanks, and we have to ask for guidance for how we can move forward together. So that's where the After Tears work comes in. It comes in because of loss. It is inspired by Mozart's Requiem, but it's also inspired by a cultural sense of loss and what needs to happen now. We are all left behind, the ones who are still here after the pandemic. We've got work to do. If you look at the history between the UK and South Africa, it is what it is. As artists today, I feel we have such a great role and responsibility to bring cultures together, to make beautiful works of art. Right now we're creating a masterpiece, 2 masterpiece music. And I just feel that right now it's the perfect time, post-pandemic, to work together, have this creative process, create this offering that's going to be performed in Leeds at the Leeds Grand Theatre, and then in South Africa at the Artscape Theatre. It's wonderful. This is what art's supposed to do, bring people together and to create work that reflects our time, that reflects our history, that gives us a sense of hope for the future. If I want to sum up what all this means, I just have to think about the artists who are all in the room here. When the Jazzart dancers heard the Opera North Chorus singing, when the Phoenix dancers heard them singing for the first time, it was like the spirit opened up. They were reduced to tears. Some of us had to hold in our tears because contemporary dance is generally not partnered with live music because of the disparity of funding, etc. So for us to have live music, a big orchestra, and to actually have the voices singing to us, it energizes us. It's a wonderful realization, and so many people have been involved in supporting this. This year, it's Leeds 2023 Year of Culture. The theme for this Year of Culture is Leeds within the world and the world within Leeds. So we've brought South Africa to Leeds, and we'll be taking Leeds to South Africa, what we create here. So it's a perfect synchronization. It's a perfect synchronicity. I'm really proud to be here with the team, with everybody. There's such a pure spirit to make this as best as it can be. And I hope that everyone is going to love it, that it will remind us of the tough times, and it will give us a sense of hope and elation for better times to come. Because we are the ones that have to create the future. We just have to get everyone together. It's like, come on, let's do this. So it's wonderful.